I'm with Dave Bailey, Head of Recruitment at Accrington Stanley. Dave, you've just been into the school and done a guest speaking session with the boys. How's it gone?
Yeah, very well. Boys certainly look very focused, very motivated. You've got a good bunch of young players from all over the world in there.
Good. Tell us a little bit about your role at Accrington Stanley.
Yeah, I'm at Accrington Stanley, League 2 Second Division club. In the heart of the Northwest, as we all know, the hotbed of football. I'm head of recruitment. I'm responsible for bringing players in the academy from 9s to 18s, but I have been doing some work as well, trying to bring players in up to first team level, but the majority of my time is spent at the academy level. At the moment I've been concentrating heavily on the 16s down, because we've got our cohort of scholars we need, but we're already looking for our scholars that we'll need for next season, so there's always opportunities for players.
Good. Dave, you're a friend of the Edukick programmes here and have been for some time, and obviously, as we said, you've been chatting to the boys here. What things have you got planned in partnership with the Edukick Manchester team this season?
Yeah, you're right. I've been involved with Edukick for a long time. Obviously, in previous experiences we go back a long way with Edukick. Edukick Manchester I've been involved with quite some time. It's great to be back on board with them. Things that we've got lined up, obviously, we've started with today with a presentation about head of recruitment, what that job is, what we look for in players, how we target players. We've gone through that with the boys for probably a couple of hours in there. The other things that we've got planned this term, we're obviously going to get a competitive game against one of the academy sides, probably the 16s. We've also got an opportunity where they're going to come up to the ground, meet the manager, watch a first team game. Our new manager, actually, because obviously we've just announced a new manager today. John Coleman's come back after spending some time away from the club, so his second spell in charge. It'd be great when these boys get that opportunity to meet them and the players and get to pitch side and watch a League 2 Second Division game, really.
And you said there that you were talking to the boys about what you as head of recruitment and what Accrington Stanley look for in a player. What is that? What's the main ingredients of a player that you want taking?
I think we all know that attributes are what I've always described many times is many and varied. I always look for attitude in player. I've not changed from that. Attitude's that little thing that makes a big difference. I think it's quite well known. That's a belief that I've always had. I then do look for an athletic side in a player. I look for his speed endurance, his acceleration, deceleration, which is something I've just talked to the boys about. That's important. The strength, the power, the ability to change direction with speed. All these attributes you've got to have athletically. You've got to have ability on the ball, off the ball. Ability off the ball is vital, certainly moving up the ranks and the higher you go. And obviously then we look for ambitious players. And they can have all those and the other attributes, motivation, discipline, commitment. And as I said to the boys in there, you can have all those, and unfortunately it's still no guarantee of success in today's football. But there's other pathways and opportunities for players. I'm hoping that one or two out there will get an opportunity to trial at Accrington Stanley, which we've discussed to the boys today. There's some good pedigree in there. There's some of the right sort of calibre in there. Obviously, after the good game they played yesterday against Myerscough, obviously there's some potential in there. That's really what we look for at Accrington Stanley, is potential that we can grow a player into.
So, we were talking there with some of the players that are that little bit older, and we were talking about as you get older, the opportunities lessen a little bit, and they've got to be that little bit better. What advice would you give to them lads that are here on the programme?
You have got some older players in there, one or two of the boys were 22, and sometimes, it's harder as you get older. There's very few success stories now about players that get into football that are older than outside the 18 category, 19 category. But I always say, they shouldn't give up on that opportunity. There are other pathways for them within football. I've just been talking to them about fulfilling their education programme they've got with you guys. They're obviously on the BTEC. They might well go on to university. There's still an opportunity to play university. But then there's still opportunities. There's emerging countries that are obviously looking at professional football that's emerging in their country. So there is opportunities for them, but it does get harder. My advice to them was keep believing and stay motivated, because opportunities do exist even if they are that older player. what they're doing and putting themselves in a shop window like Edukick is fantastic. It's better than what they'd be doing sat in their own country. They've got such an opportunity here with the likes of ourselves, other things that Edukick are doing, you know, potential college scholarship programmes that will get players to be seen by. There's obviously the UK football trials, which you know I know very well. I picked up a couple of players myself from there, from a link with Edukick. So that there's plenty of things that they've got and scope. They should believe and not give up is the key thing I'd say to them.
Superb. Well, thank you, Dave, for your talk with the boys today and coming in to see the school, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again when we bring the team over to Accrington.
Look forward to it. Thank you.